wanted to do was make a video this evening about retinol. No, about the continuing journey of all of this and everything that we've been through so far. And the school that I'm going to is in here where I live in Galway, Ireland, and I just happened to find it at the exact right time. It's one of those like miracle things that I am in school right now, because I don't know what the fuck I would be doing if I wasn't in school right now. Like, I think I would probably be losing my mind even more than I'm already losing my mind at this stage. My therapist asked me, I was having a crisis about how my life was over and how I hadn't done anything with it, and I was so just like disappointed in myself and overwhelmed with like feeling my age, which is not that old. I realized once my therapist pointed it out. But she asked me, you know, if you could do anything, what would you do? Like, what would you, if you could do anything now and it would still work, like what would you do? What would be your dream thing to fulfill yourself with? And I was like, oh, I want to do what you're doing. Like, that's what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be a therapist. And she just like lit up. And she was like, you can still do that. She was like, I just did this, you know, within the last 5 years or so. And she's like close to my age. I think she's younger than I am. She was like, yeah, I just did this. And it was all adults. It's all adult learners. She's like, there's weekend classes you can do. I loved my school. Let me tell you, I'm going to send you a link to the school, but there's plenty of schools that do it, but I want you to know that this is an accessible dream for you. And it was like, something opened up in me that I had forgotten could be opened. Like, it was a door that I closed 20 years ago. The thought that I could do this. And I mean, I had thought about it, I think it was probably 15 years ago that I had thought about it again and thought, oh, I could get back into this. Like, maybe I could go back to school, which did not materialize. So yeah, I've just been like momming and volunteering, and then we did like the major volunteer work of the world, and yeah, and then we got here, and it was like, okay, I knew I wanted to take university classes, but I had intended on taking culture classes, like Irish culture classes, because I've taken Irish classes in America before, but I knew that I didn't know anything about history and culture and like basically what it is to be Irish. And not that I'm Irish, but like I wanted to learn more about Ireland and the people who live here and the timeline and everything that's happened. So anyway, that was a class that I was like, I'm gonna do that when we get here. And because we landed in a university town, which is so miraculous where we landed. Yeah, so I thought, oh, I'll take classes. And that was like last summer, so summer of 2022, summer, that I was like, school, I'm going to do a couple classes, it's going to be great. Beyond that, I didn't really have a lot. I kind of thought I wanted to start a podcast, but I didn't know what I would talk about. So, yeah, so anyway, come October, I felt like I was losing my mind, and so I thought, I've been putting this off, I have to go to therapy. So I signed up for a therapy clinic, and it was like, you know, you get whatever you get, but I just needed to get something. So I signed up in, I think I reached out in late October, and they got back to me in February, and it was just like kismet that I landed with the therapist that I did. I just am like so grateful for her perspective, her ability to mirror me, her like kindness and empathy, and she's just like, she's fantastic. She is all the things that I want to be now. she was all the things that I wanted to be then too. I mean, like, as we had that conversation, I was just like, how is she like, I want to do this. I'm so sad. I didn't even think I want to do this. I was just like, I'm so sad I've missed this opportunity. Like, I could have been great at that. That was how I felt. It was like, I really could have been good at that, but that time has passed. Anyway, so she sent the link to me, and she sent the link to me on like a Tuesday or maybe a Friday. And like within 5 days, the university that I'm at now was doing like an open house Zoom session of like, here's what the school's about, here's who's running it, here's what it would be like. And so I got on that. I signed up for that immediately. And then like whatever that was, within a week following that meeting, they were like, okay, we need to have everyone's applications in for fall. And I was like, holy shit, what if I got in for fall? So I was like, boom, I haven't filled out any sort of like paperwork application. I haven't had a job in forever. So I was just like, oh my God, like, how do I do this? So I just like looked on the internet and wrote an essay about my experience and like why I was interested in this and what was going on with me and why I thought it would be a good fit, and submitted it at midnight that night because I was just like I want this. So anyway, they got back to me within the week, and they were like, hey, we'd like to set up an interview. So I did a Zoom interview, and it was great. I was really like excited and eager and able to express like what I was feeling as far as sort of like really a sense of kind of renewed hopelessness with a renewed sense of optimism that I hadn't expected, and just like that I'd always wanted to be a therapist, that I'd discovered psychology in high school and I thought it was amazing, and my aunt and uncle, and studied under Carl Rogers and yada yada. So anyway, I got accepted, and I got accepted to the like school that's in our town. So it's in 3 towns across Ireland, and I had originally thought I was gonna have to go to a town about an hour away, which would have been fine. But I was sad because I knew that I would be missing out on like networking in my area. So like I wanted to go to this one. And so the day after I got accepted, like they sent me an email and they were like, hey, and then they called me, and then she was like, hey, we're like really looking forward to having you, and I know you were interested in Galway, so we wanted to let you know a spot has opened up here in Salt Hill, which is where I have been manifesting my future for years. And so I was like, holy shit. Oh my fucking God, okay. So thrilled, so excited. So all summer long I'm just like, I'm starting school in the fall, I'm starting school in the fall. And then fall came and I was just like, this is where I'm supposed to be. And it feels like that every other weekend we have like 2 really intense days of, it feels like group therapy. It's fantastic. It's so good. I'm in there with 24 other people who are in the same mindset, who have the same growth, and like there's just this overwhelming feeling of it wasn't too late. If this wasn't too late, then what else isn't too late? Like, I am still young enough to have so much fucking life ahead of me. Even if I am halfway, I'm still halfway. And like, who knows what will happen when you put yourself out there. It was like I just started to take these baby steps, and then all of a sudden the path appeared, and it's always been like that for me. So anyway,